Alright, folks, and welcome back to the channel. We're back to discuss tomorrow's game away to Motherwell at Fir Park. We'll also discuss which this transfer window, which is turning into what I'm going to say a shambles. And we'll also discuss a bit about our next UCL opponents, which I'm absolutely shitting myself for. But anyway, Alistair, before you can come in a minute, but there's something I really need to go off my chest. This transfer, and I've kept this in for a long time. About this transfer window. Tried not to be the Scrooge that as you like it to say it, and when everybody was getting hyped up about Jota, and don't get me wrong, I was one of them, but I was also clear on where we stood as a football club, and in terms of how we stood in terms of squad depth. We sold our best striker. And then we bought in Jota. You think, right, this could be a good window. Celtic make it. They have now then proceeded in the next 7, 8, 9 days to back themselves into a corner with Kieran Tierney. Arsenal have said we're not selling them. We are now scrambling to try and find a striker that is up to the standard of our best striker in the last 20 years. Now that might be subjective. Other people might think other players are better, but in my opinion, he is the best striker we've had since Henrik Larsson. And we are now scrambling, which I just find embarrassing. And, people might think, oh, I'm ranting and raving. I don't care. I'm only seeing what's in front of me, and what is in front of me is so concerning. It's unbelievable. We are being run like a tin pot, biscuit tin mentality yet again, and this nonsense that January's a hard window, that clubs know we want a striker, clubs know we've got a lot of money. Bullshit, absolute bullshit, and they knew that Kyogo was leaving, and the club dug and right. I've seen this, but Kyogo wanted to leave. If Kyogo wanted to leave or not, it's irrelevant. It's completely irrelevant, because if Kyogo wanted to leave, that's fine. On you go, Kyogo, thank for the memories. Then I look at the club and go, right, what's next? What is next seems to be, it's not even solved yet. We have sold 6, 7 players and brought in 1. Now, don't get me wrong, that 1 player was a brilliant signing, but it does not give you a buy for the whole window. Let's not sit there and say that Jota coming in completely just passes by all the blame. And I do think that's how some of us are thinking. Now I think people are starting to get the message that this has been an absolute shit show of a transfer window at this moment in time. We're linked with Matthias Garden, deal fell through. We were linked with Kelechi and Acho, deal fell through. Or whatever, there wasn't even any talk of it. We've been linked with up-team players, wingers. This winger, Sondre, whatever his name is, Oja Seta, we've been linked with him for how long? Nothing's get done. Alex Faye, we decided to let him go. Nothing's been done. We have decided to just completely threadbare our squad, and it's nowhere near acceptable. I get that we're 13 or whatever. Well, we've got a game in hand on next Wednesday night. And we can go back to 13 points if we win tomorrow, obviously. But it's not the point. We've got Champions League qualifiers in the summer. Now, I get it's only 1 round, but that 1 round's fucking important, because that's the difference between £40 million and about 5. And it's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for no matter how far apart in the league you are, to be run like this. This has been a shambles of a transfer window. You look at across the bottom, Jota and KT, and by the way, KT is a pre-contract, which is another great signing. But where's the signings that are going to impact the squad at the moment? We can't even get a loan in the building, Alistair, and maybe I'm wetting the bed, but I'm looking at it and going, there's 2 days left of the transfer window, and we have still got 2 positions. to bring in,
What?
and we're just getting rejected left, right, and centre.
47 hours and 12 and 47 hours and 46 minutes as we're recording. Now, if you think it's acceptable to sell your top goal scorer and your best striker, right, as a, I know it's clear to me now they never had a backup or they never had a guy lined up. It's clear now.
Do you know what I've been thinking as well? Do you know what comes across really reckless to me? They clearly waited. They clearly told Kyogo, right, wait till the young boys game and then leave,
Yeah. So
giving
they've
themselves
known that he's coming.
giving themselves 10 days to try and find a replacement. When they clearly, I'm not saying Celtic. No, I get the man was Matthias Garden, and I get that. Sometimes it doesn't, and that's where I will maybe. But I'm not having this stuff that
And see
you
this,
know.
we'll go back for him in the summer. No,
If he
because
goes and bangs in another 10, 15 goals until the
we're not
summer,
getting him.
we're
We're
not
not
getting
getting
them. A German club will come in, or a club like maybe I don't know, no a flag
a
like somebody.
championship club would take him
Aye,
down
so
the
no,
road.
I think like a club, say it's a club at Hoffenheim or fucking Borussia Mönchengladbach, something like that,
I'll give you one. Augsburg.
something like that,
Place me get Engels.
who's mid-table in Germany, and they will, whatever develop, whatever. This is no good enough. And and as I continue to say, it's brilliant. But I've always said it cannot, it couldn't just be Jota. Now I put in the title there, in danger, because I'm hoping to God that something does come. But I don't see it. We just, every time you open Twitter, it's, somebody's leaving, or we're not back, or we're far away in an estimate. How can we be far away in an estimate for Matthias Garden unless they're wanting £20 million?
No, let me get this off my chest. We've been scouting this guy and we've been looking for him for the past 3 years. We were linked with this guy when we bought O. Let that sink in.
Aye, and that's the thing, right? It's clear that is the target. That's who they want. But
I mean,
it's just like we'll see what happens, and we'll see what this, and what'll happen. We'll get somebody. We are Celtic Football Club. It shouldn't just be we get somebody. I'd understand that back in the fucking 90s when we were skint. We've got £70 million in the bank. We've just qualified for another round of the Champions League. Now I understand Bayern Munich will probably run over the top of us, but it's no excuse.
but the best of it is how I'll ask listeners and fans this, right? I'm going to say this. How are you going to feel? It might not cost us the league, but how are you going to feel if it costs us a treble? Or the guy we bring in the summer can't get up to speed because we absolutely blew a good chance to get him in and settled. That's a shambles.
Oh, it's been a complete utter shambles.
And see the whole in danger of a shambolic window. No, I'm sorry, it is a shambolic window. And I'm not saying this for a fact. I'm normally a glass half full kind of guy, but you're not telling me if we've got a guy lined up for left back or for 6 months or a striker that it takes to the Sunday before the day before deadline day. For heaven's sake.
Aye, I just looked at a tweet there when you were talking. It's where I asked him, who obviously does, I think it's Actually, he does now.
That's so much.
And he puts a point here. Kyogo, Valley, Palmer, and Welsh away. That's our first choice striker and backup left back, winger, and centre half. So far, just Jota in. It's not good enough. I'm sorry.
I've just noticed something. The last two subs at Villa Park in an attacking sense, one is going to sign a pre-contract with West Ham, and one's away in Greece at this moment in time.
And
Both are telling you not to be worried.
And people might say, and that's probably going to be the defence. Well, you want them, you can't please you. You wanted rid of them. Yes, but you also need to fucking
replace them
because it's numbers at the end of the day. Bernabeu was a left back. He was shite, but he was a left back. Luis Palmo was a winger. He was shite, but he was a winger. Kyogo was not shite. He was a striker, and we've not replaced him. Valle was decent. He wasn't fantastic. He wasn't shite. And we're happy to let him go. Where's the squad planning? And that's what it does not make sense to me. You've got a top class manager in Brendan Rodgers, which is clearly shown this season alone. And I said this in the Villa match reaction. And that's why I get so annoyed. Because I can see what this squad can do.
There's a base there. Now, I'm not saying we haven't got a good starting 11, but for the next 6 months, you cannot rely on just a starting 11 because the players will burn out.
Realistically, we have Scottish Cup League, and obviously, the 2 games of the Champions League. Now, I'm not saying, but it does not mean you don't give Bayern Munich the best shot you've got. Holstein Kiel, the worst team in the Bundesliga, by the way, today, scored 3 goals into them at home. The Holstein Kiel were away.
Yeah.
So you can get them as long as you're organised. Just like Dortmund, we could have got at Dortmund, who are pish. Put it lightly. Boy, I know. But as long as you're organised, this does is that Bayern Munich will probably beat us. I know that. But you need to get the best goal. No, that's fine. But you need to get your best goal. If you're set up and there's a system there, right? There is a system. But you need the players to operate that system. So if you're bringing at this moment in time, we're still bringing players like Daniel Cummins, Dane Murray off the bench in a Champions League game. It's not acceptable.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect to them.
I mean, look at it this way: you're actually an injury away for either having to play one of Johnny Kenny or Daniel Cummins. That is if Daniel Cummins is still here.
Aye, and it's just risky for the Barrow game because at this moment in time, right? Say Adam Eder maybe gets a niggle up to the boards of the Barrow game. Dyson Minder suspended.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's ridiculous, and this whole thing about all the talks have fell through. Of course, the talks have fell through with Matthias Krivichgarden because they've went. We want 11 million. Peter Lawwell, there's 6. Because that's what he does.
That's all you're getting.
That's what he does. That is what he does. And they were not. He's a player. Fuck off.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. Why do you think John McGinn was in a Villa shirt? Peter Lawwell.
And it's just, I really do feel sorry for Brendan Rodgers putting up with this shit every time. Every January he puts up with this pish. And, you had people saying, when we had a good summer window, fair enough to him, not. And I thought, really?
Did we really?
Really, though? Because, and then we signed John, and it's like, Peter Lawwell, but
as I've said to you, and I know you we think slightly differently on this, but have we backed Brendan Rodgers? To me, we've just player traded. I don't think that's backing a manager at all.
It's probably part of the truth because Martinelli come in, all the Engels come in. But that's the thing, right? See, even if it's player training, at least with Arlie Engels, there was a clear. When Martinelli, there was a clear plan who we're getting in. Arlie Engels. When that's the thing, but that's the problem. We've sold Kyogo for £10 million. There's absolutely no plan whatsoever.
I don't want to scare people, but this is a fact, right? See, at the moment, we'll have one wing on the bench, and it's Yang. That is it.
We'll leave it. I mean, to be honest, we may as well just leave it on that for the transfers because I would love to say there was more, but there's next to nothing. And it's just sad. As in, people might sit there saying that I might like ripping Celtic apart. I don't.
Cheating is like mugs.
Because I like to see Celtic as a Celtic supporter. And don't get me wrong, we've been brilliant this season, and that's what frustrates me. We've been brilliant this season, but the limelight's been completely taken away because of this shit window.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not anything against the players. It's not anything against the management. They have done absolutely brilliant this season, winning the League Cup, getting us into Europe, getting us a good position in the league. And it's just been absolutely overshadowed. And I said at the start of the window, all we need is a wee defense. Just get some players in. So a bit of quality. We've done nothing. Done absolutely nothing. We've got one player in who has quality, so I'll give them that. But we've also got another player in who's not coming in the summer.
Yeah.
I think people forget that. Kieran Taylor's not coming in to the summer.
Yeah.
And we let Alex Faye go.
One left back that you've got is basically free to talk to clubs.
Exactly.
That is no way to run a football club.
No, it's biscuit tin mentality. It's absolute biscuit tin mentality. And we are not scraping from the biscuit tin in terms of financial. We all know that. And that's the thing. It's like you've sold a striker for 10 million. So where is the striker then? It's not like.
And I'm going to be honest, John. If, and I now say if, we bring in a striker, and I pity the guy because the guy's been flung right in at the deep end.
Exactly, just like Ida was last year. Just like Ida was. And now Ida's dealing with it because the board in the summer took far too long to get his deal over the line. Now you're having fans saying, we paid too much. No, the board paid too much. It's not Ida's fault. It's not Adam Ida's fault.
That, they never gave him a pre-season.
Never gave him a pre-season.
He didn't know his ass for his elbow. Whether he was staying in Norwich or he was coming here.
And he was gone.
And it does make you wonder. Sorry, Joe. It does make you wonder that was actually Adam Ida meant to be Kyogo's replacement. Nothing was surprised.
I want that all day, to be honest. I did. I would have, it's the fact that Kyogo's been sold for £10 million, and I get that players' prices are hiked in this window. And I even said to myself, do you know what? See if we can get a decent loan and for 6 months, right, and get the man in the summer that we want. Fine. But we've not done either.
Something's just came to me. See if we offered what we're apparently going to offer for the Slovakian boy, if that is true, right? We could have got Majovski for that.
It's no disrespect, right, to this Slovakian, the guy for Slovan Bratislava. It's been rumoured about £8 million, right? And so why? I don't think Bromley would be asking for £15-16 million.
For the Danish league, I'm sure they wouldn't.
They'd be asking for maybe £12-13 million, including add-ons.
I think you get them for 10 plus add-ons.
Aye, exactly. But Alistair, what does this mean for obviously tomorrow? We'll just get right into it. Team selection.
It means the team picks itself.
Aye. I'll just go through it. If you have any objections, then let me know. But Schmeichel for me, obviously. Greg Taylor, because we've only got one left back. Yay! Centre halves, Trusty and Vickers.
Yeah.
Right back Johnson, obviously.
Yeah.
Midfield for me is probably the only point we can go at. Oh, we might play there because there's only fucking bit we've got a bit of depth. Carl McGregor will play. I think Paulo Bernardo might play, and I think he'll play Hatate. I think we'll drop Engels. I think he put a good shift in. So
Yeah.
did Hatate, to be fair. So I can
Yeah,
maybe
I
see
thought
McGregor.
Midfield was good at Villa, to be honest.
I thought the whole team were good at Villa. I really did. Apart from maybe a few bits lapse in judgment from Scales and bits and bobs, but that's what I'll go back to it. That's what really frustrates me. But midfield for me, that's my midfield. Front three. Kun
Like
Kun
yourself.
Kun Maeda. I think we'll play Jota on the bench. That was a good bit of news. That Jota was the number 7 shot. That'll sure
Yeah,
get more.
well, who's seen that coming?
I fucking think Lowell was fucking express fucking check-in for Lewis Palmer to get that money in. That age Jota number 7 shirts. Gonna hit like
Yeah.
fucking.
Yeah, well, don't forget the 300 grand for Daniel Cummins for West Ham, apparently.
But no, I think Jota will start the bench. I think it will be Maeda and Kun. And
I
up front
think,
will back.
I think
Adam
if
Eaton.
Jota is going to play Josh from the start, it'll be at Celtic Park in the next 2 games.
Aye.
After tomorrow, but I don't see him starting tomorrow, so.
Adam Eaton up top for me.
Because we've
Because we've only got nobody, we've not got anybody else. I think I think he should be starting anyway. I think if anybody did come in, because I do think he was really good on Wednesday night. Really hope he's got confidence is starting to come up a bit because they were 2 tough finishes, to be fair to him, for a guy who's been no scoring regular and he's under a lot of criticism at times. So
them
good on him.
finishes the other day were very underrated, I felt,
Aye.
especially when he lost his leg,
But I'm hoping he can just kick on now. And
But that's with Josh. He needs
he has
to.
to. He has to. Aye, so he has to. Before we end off, I just want obviously the Champions League playoffs were drawn. I mean, we were going to face somebody pretty big anyway, whatever it was.
Yeah, well, it was Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. The third or fourth favourite, I would have to say. If you took Liverpool out it.
Obviously, Bayern Munich were the guy who we drew. We'll obviously talk about it, but it's at the end of the day, Arsenal's Bayern Munich. I don't really need to. There's no any.
I can't wait to see Musiala and Sane rip their fullbacks apart, and Alfonso Davies.
It'll be Elise. He'll probably rip Greg Taylor apart, I'd imagine, because he's been playing for Bayern Munich. So, but no, I mean, it's just see what we can do and try not get turned over, really.
Let's keep it respectable.
To be honest, they've deserved a title as because of all. That's what I say. I have no criticism of the team. I've got criticism, but yeah, again, it's never the team I criticise. I will criticise them sometimes, but it's all. See, when it comes to windows, it's always the board I'm criticising, and I hate doing it. I hate it. I genuinely hate it.
Yeah, just when you think, sorry, Josh, but just when you think we're turning the corner in terms of the system and stuff, bang, they supply, take you in a merry-go-round and you think, well, honest to God, it's like the magic roundabout. That's one for the Celtic dads.
It goes back to like the second week. Well, no, even the second. Like the third week, we just beat Young Boys. Then everybody's buzzing. Then Kyo goes away. Then everybody's fucking raging. Then we sign Jota back. Everything. You're like, right, a few players here, and that squad could do really well.
Yep.
And then
Now everybody's sitting there still about Champions League qualifier, and I don't blame them.
I know exactly. I think that's the big important thing. It's to get these players bedded and ready for that Champions League qualifier. I'm not dismissive
I
of the
mean,
player. But,
you bring in the left back from Man United, he's not going to be here.
aye,
Of
because
course,
Taylor's coming.
I know that, but you're still going to need a left back.
Aye,
It's
but at this
probably
moment in time, we're going to have one left back in the summer as well because Taylor's not sorted his stuff out.
and
So
let's
it's
be
just
honest, he's not going to.
it's just complete mismanagement. It is. It's just complete mismanagement. It's complacency. It's mismanagement of the highest order, and that's a fact. And we're at the point now where we need to stop saying, "Oh well, maybe." It's not maybe now. It needs. It's just. I don't even know what it is now. To be honest, Alistair. Before we end off, what about your score predictions for tomorrow? I'm glad to actually.
I'm gonna go 3-0. I
I
think
am.
I'll be comfortable.
I'm going to go 2-0. I think we're just nice to get back to fucking watching a bit of football instead of
A
just getting
football
annoyed
match,
all the
aye.
time. Instead of being fucking annoyed all the time about transfers that aren't going to happen. So, but
Listen, guys, before we finish, I'm going to finish off on this. We don't like criticising the club, but we're going to call it out if it needs called out. I thought ruffles feathers. I'm with Josh. I couldn't care. I'm not going to be an apologist.
at the end of the day, I can only call what's in front of me. See if we can. I want to come in here and say, "Oh, I'm a Garden or a striker and a left Tierney's coming in January." But no, I can only call what's in front of me. And if that does not make me happy, it doesn't make me happy. If it makes me happy, and fair enough, I'm always try and be diplomatic, and I always try and see kind of the positives. But there's no any positives at the moment in time. The one positive being we signed John. That is the only signing that we've made
But
this.
we're literally 6 numbers down.
Wait, Joe, we're like a Black Friday sale in a pound shop.
Yeah, I'll be like that. I'll be like that. We we treat the Champions League like when Scotland or Ireland or Wales or Northern Ireland qualify for the Euros. That's what we treat European football like. Because there's never long-term planning.
And do you know
Never.
what? And there are similar sized clubs to us in the Champions League doing the same what we done. Dinamo Zagreb were unlucky not to qualify. Very unlucky. Club Brugge qualified really well, played some really good stuff. Seen it at
Yeah.
Celtic Park. Like
The only difference between us and Dynamo Zagreb was we got a point in Croatia. That is it.
do you know what we are very similar because I watch obviously. We are very similar to Borussia Dortmund at the moment, and maybe not as similar because Borussia Dortmund are like in the league, but in
Far
terms.
better players, but I get your point.
No, I know. I'm not really talking about the players, but we're doing well in the we are doing well in the league. So we're probably in the Dortmund comparisons probably rubbing out a bit. But what we are similar to is, and what we should be doing, and we're going away from this is signing players and selling them on. We're not doing that anymore. Borussia, that's what happens. Borussia Dortmund are not doing this anymore, and it's ridiculous how it just seems like a complete malaise in January. It's like the lights go off at Celtic Park.
And it comes back to the fact just be better than Rangers.
I just think Peter Lawwell and Michael Nisbet must sit up there and get pissed. Oh, get pissed on a fucking £36 a £40 a ticket for the Champions League.
Well,
Honestly.
you don't call Peter Lowell Tam Mullen for nothing,
But no, I'm just going to be glad to get back to football. As I said, Alistair, 2-0 for me. I think we'll be all right, and then obviously move on to the circus. It's going to be the circus. It's going to be on Monday. Then obviously Wednesday against Dundee.
Can't
But
look forward to Wednesday.
Oh, it was last week if we got some good players, like got some players in, but no, I'm not. To be honest, and
Because at best it's got to be 2 loans now.
which I'd take at this point. I generally
What?
would. But I will wrap it up there because I've done enough moaning, to be honest. And we'll be back after the game on Sunday, obviously, and hopefully talking about another Celtic win. And until then, we'll speak to you later. Anyhow.
On the hoops.